Hi, and welcome to this episode of I've Got This Kid. I'm your host, Dr. Cherina Williams, licensed speech and language pathologist, homeschooling mom of 2, and wife of 1. I'm here to share everything speech, language, play development, and everything else that falls in between. It is an honor to be here today. Taboo topic alert! Taboo topic alert. So, a taboo topic is something we all know about, but always don't want to talk about. And that's what I'm going to cover today, a taboo topic. I was at the mall and I saw the cutest toddler in a stroller. Now, you know me, world changers. I love talking to toddlers. And since my sugars are no longer little, I take these community moments to engage with other people's little ones. But I must have missed some secret parent meeting because all of the kiddos had tablets, iPhones, or something else screen-like. So there went my kid hello and kid fix. And I get it. Parents need to focus while they're shopping, but oh my gosh, wow. So today, we're diving into how tech can provide some temporary relief for parent burnout, but how if we overuse that relief, it can have some long-term consequences if we're not careful. I'm going to tool you up. So first things first. Parenting is exhausting. I don't care. It's tiring. It is the most selfless job you will ever do. Between the rising cost of living, between inflation, between balancing work and home life, and the general challenges of adulting, yes, adulting, it is tough to manage everything. More baby boomers, our parents, are even returning to work, which means fewer built-in babysitters and limited support. This constant multitasking can lead to burnout. I get it. And this is speaking from experience because my day runs nonstop most of the time from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. No lie. If I'm not teaching, then I'm in a meeting. And if I'm not in a meeting, then I'm writing. And if I'm not writing, I'm researching. And if I wasn't doing any of those things, then I'm serving my family. And don't get me wrong. I love everything I do, which is why I do the 5 to 9 schedule. But sometimes I need a moment to think or not think. Here comes the tech. Now, my sugars are a little bit older. They don't smell like cookies or anything like that anymore unless the house smells like cookies because they made them. And they have tech. They do. But I've had to use Jedi mind tricks to ensure that it's not the only way they use their downtime. And when they were toddlers, I set strict boundaries. If they did use tech, I was right there with them. But I hear you. Please, don't throw no tomatoes at me. I hear you. I see you. Tech has become a go-to solution. Like, I can't ignore it. Because honestly, we need a break and there's a lot of demand. And that's okay. Tech can be okay for certain things, like educational apps or interactive games or, maybe some entertainment, as long as it's monitored. However, don't forget, you're still the best teacher. You're still the best communicator. You're still the best playmate. And please don't forget that making laughs is your specialty. You're also the most memorable person in your child's life. They're going to forget that show and that game, but they ain't going to forget you. So don't beat yourself up if you've let your sugar go a little bit wild with tech from time to time. Because, well, let's be frank, there are some pros to tech. There's also some cons to tech. Like, for example, the pros, new learning opportunities, some creativity. It's a think tank, right? And it's exposure to new ideas. You could take what your child learns, though, from the tech and bring it to life with hands-on activities to reinforce their growth. Cons. Well, there's always a con to something, right? The overuse can lead to a lack of physical activity and even some screen time addiction. Yes, that's a real thing. I blogged about it. Screen time addiction is a thing. And I do get it that breaks are important, but tech shouldn't be the answer for every single hour. You got to find that balance. And so if you're curious about screen addiction or tech usage guidelines, I did write a blog about it and you can find that on my website. tips for healthy tech usage. This is how I tool you up. Here are some ways you can implement balanced tech use in your home. Avoid screen time during meal times, play dates, or other social settings. Why? Because sugars are still learning how to communicate. As great as the tech is and the buttons and the watching, they don't replace real people. And so we have to be really intentional about those moments to talk, connect, and build relationships and teach how relationships are built. You can also set screen time limits, monitor what your kids are watching, and provide a variety of activities outside of tech. Make it fun. Switch it up, right? And insist on non-tech breaks like creative play or outdoor activities or parent-child interaction. And that just means you sitting down face to face with your sugar and doing your thing together. And you can reflect on the time that you need a break. Be real with yourself, because we all need a break, and how tech in moderation can help you with that without sacrificing that engagement and those things that our sugars need to grow. And these strategies help to ensure that you get the break you need while maintaining balance for you and your sugar's development. And so here's some ways that we can, think about breaking the burnout cycle. I encourage you to take breaks guilt-free. Use tech as a helper occasionally, not all the time. And when you need a real break, here's the ring dinger. You could tap into your community. Maybe think about bartering with another parent for shop days, right? Child-free shopping days. They take your sugar has a play date, and you're out shopping, doing your thing, and yay for engagement. And then you get some much needed time alone, and then you swap that thing. I'd love to hear from you. What are some creative ways you manage burnout and screen time? Two different things, because burnout is one thing and then screen time is another thing. Share your tips with me and other world changers. Remember, we grow together when we know together. If you have a taboo topic that you want me to tackle, drop me a line. This one was painless, right? It didn't hurt that bad. I don't think it hurt that bad. Anyway, join me in 2 weeks for another exciting conversation about navigating speech assessment, tools and techniques for healthcare providers. Share this episode with your providers, your friends, and anyone else who you think may benefit. Transcripts and show notes are available after this episode at I'veGotThisKid.com. You can also find blogs, tools, and other podcasts to support you and yours on your parenting journey. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Until the next time, world changers, take care.